Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Kqkc, and good morning to everybody. First, let me address the LDBC. Shout out to them and the great work that they do. Now, let me address this title of this video. Upon further review, which I did look at the fight a couple more times, and I won't be really lingering on this too much. There's too much other boxing news and other boxing events that will be coming up. But I will say this: I don't think that it was a robbery. I have a right to change my mind a little bit. Now, I did say there was a robbery, and to some it still is a robbery. But I did look at the fight. And first of all, you have to take the champion belt. I mean, you have to beat the champion. That's how boxing always has been. Okay, you fight the champion, then you must beat the champion. Back in the old days, when they used to fight fist with fist, okay, you have to knock him out, and then you consider the winner. Well, today's fist to fist with gloves, you actually have to beat the fighter, the champion. And I cannot see Tony Harrison doing that Saturday night. No, he did not beat Charlo. Sure, he jabbed a few jabs here and there. Maybe the first, I gave him about 4 rounds. But Charlo was the aggressor. He kept pushing him back. He kept loading up, which was a mistake. He should have took his time, but I understand, he wanted to win in fashion. At least he went for it, See, Charlo, I know he can box way better than that. He way advanced than Tony Harris. And I just didn't like what I saw as far as from Tony Harrison as being the winner. Now, at worst, as my title say, at worst, it could have been a draw. And that's at worst. Now, that's Kqkc opinion. You have to beat the fighter. You have to beat the champion to take his belt, and I couldn't see that. No, I could not. Now, as far as his brother Jamal fight went, he could have fought better. I think he underestimated his competition because of his inactivity, but still, he's still a force to be reckoned with. Both of these guys are. One loss between both of them, I mean, I don't think it's going to bring their stock down any, too much. Because, if I'm not mistaken, I hear that it might be an immediate rematch between these two. I mean, Charlo and Tony Harrison. Now, Jamal, he did what he had to do with his mind being heavy. Because I know when you're close to someone, and believe me, they are close. They are closer than close. Then when you have champions like Crawford and Keith Thurman, you tend to look at them and say, wait a minute, you're in the same field he in. So the same shit can happen to you one day. You know. See, misery loves company. And of course, you have to understand, Crawford doesn't like PBC fighters sometimes. And the things he said, the mockery he made of himself on Twitter, you know, that's not champion, you know, caliber. That's not being a champion. You don't even have anyone to fight over there, really, but recycle fighters. So, I don't have a problem with Terrence Crawford. I don't. You know, I think he's a good fighter. I just think sometimes fighters need to grow up and understand the fight game a little bit better. And same with the judges. I think the judges need a recourse. I think they need to take some classes of how to score fights again. The LDBC, they should be judges. They know how to score fights. And not only LDBC, the average boxing fan knows how to score a fight. They know that if you walking down someone the whole fight, you know, you are considered the aggressor. And if the one that fight on the back foot, unless you Floyd Mayweather, you have to hit and sit down on your punches. And which Tony Harrison wasn't doing. Now, he was trying to counter, yes, but he got away from the counter. And as long as I'm critiquing, Jamel got away from his jab. You know. Now, everybody knows that a boxer has to get around the jab. You know, throw a fake jab out there, throw a feint, and take your right and come around. You know, these guys been boxing all their life, practically. So they're not forgotten. They're not at the end of their career. I mean, sure, they're getting up there, but don't count them out yet. Maul, he's still undefeated. Mel just had one loss. That's it, and he will revenge that loss. I feel that and I believe that. You know, he just had to take his time. But Derrick James was pushing the action in the corner. You know, he was like, go out there and get that motherfucker. You know, chase him down. You know, not because, you know, we all heard what he said in the corner. There's nothing away from Derrick James. But, you know, when you in that type of fight where it was pretty much strategic and pretty much a chess match at the first, second rounds, you know, you have to be careful because Tony Harrison, as I mentioned, you know, he's no slouch. Okay, he's a good fighter. I said that would be the best fight of the night, and I was right. But I don't want to be the best fight as the most biggest robbery, so-called, or the biggest upset. Because it's a lot of people, even the Fox staff, couldn't believe what they saw. 117 to 111. Now, that's very, 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 very fishy. Now, you have to understand, I see a trend coming. I might be wrong, but I see a trend coming towards the PBC fighters, towards the A sides. So, Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence. Who knows? That fight might go the distance. And who knows? Mikey might just get the decision. Who knows? After what happened Saturday night, anything possible. Keep in mind, we're talking about Texas. Yes, that's Earl Spence hometown, but think again. Texas is flooded with Hispanics. You know, a lot of Hispanics came across that damn border. Why you think Trump want to build a wall? Yes, he does. He's willing to shut down the government to build that wall to keep Hispanics out. But he want to do it at our expense. But he said Mexico was going to pay for it. And they just laughed at his dumb ass. But let's keep it honest. Alright? That's all Kqkc is about. Being honest. So, anything can happen in boxing. I keep telling everybody. All it takes is one punch to change the fight. As our heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, Ortiz caught him and he changed that fight. So, let's think about it. Every fight, of course, if you don't get knocked out, it's up for grabs. Simple. It's up for grabs. If you do not knock out your opponent, it goes the distance. It's up for grabs. I remember I was disgusted with Danny Garcia and Lamont Peterson fight. Everybody's seen that fight. Everybody's seen what it was. You can see it on Danny Garcia's face, how it was. But they gave it to Danny Garcia. But we moved on from that. See, karma is a bitch. Now, Danny Garcia is not a champion anymore. What goes around comes around. Remember that, Mr. Harrison. So, sure, you'd be the gentleman to get him a rematch. Or was that just the excitement in you at that time? So, but we understand. A lot of people don't like the Charlos. I'm not using that as an excuse. Don't get me wrong, because the judges are not the crowd, and they're not a lot of people. But it's something that was wrong in that fight, and I just can't see it. I watched it 3 times, and I just still don't understand how did 117 to 111 come out of that. You know, maybe I don't know boxing like I think I do, but I know what I seen. I didn't do no play-by-play online. I actually sat there and watched the fights, and I just can't believe that he won. Now, I would have accepted a draw. I don't have a problem with that, you know. If judges are not sure, and some punches might, you know, land, some might, you got swing rounds, you know. I mean, if you're not sure as a judge, in your mind, you know, you don't hurt the fighter. You know, you get a fighter the benefit of the doubt, both fighters. So, if you don't see clear punches being thrown, I mean, crisp, clear punches, then you call it a draw. If both men are doing great work on the inside and out, you know, you have to call it what it is. You have to take all factors in consideration. I mean, from jabs to being aggressive, ring generalship, you have to know the whole 9 yards. So it is what it is. So, but that's my retake of the fight. So, just want to make it short and sweet for all my subscribers. This is Kqkc Boxing. If you want to subscribe to this channel, if you like the content, I can use your subscription. I'm only 9 away from 300. This new channel needs your support. So, with that, that's all I have for you. And just hit the icon bell also if you subscribe to my channel. That way you get all the notifications. Now, shout out to the LDBC. And all I can say is peace and love to the next one.